think there is a discussion out there on the track with some of the pickup marshals as well, but this is how they line up. Wilson Dilks lining up on the front. I'm not too sure if he will be starting the race, unfortunately, but Ruben Bray second, Tyler Humphries, Arnie Carr, Luca Wilkinson and Laken Payne. Monty Hillier 7th from Kobe Garbett, Cameron Ancliffe 9th, Thornley Trevorrow 10th position, Daniel Stevenson and Travis Shaw in 12th place. Jack Newton 13th from Jonathan Payne, Izzy Carter, Sidney Marshall, Jack Hamilton and Dan Deering in 18th position. 19th for Ethan Dunning, Logan Connolly. Freddie Bridewell, we believe, is a non-starter, so 20 riders. And now there are puddles on the track, standing water as the race gets underway. So we've got wet conditions for the riders to contend with as they charge into the first corner, still maintaining a good pace out there. Tyler Humphries with a good start, Arnie Carr, Luca Wilkinson in there as well. It appears everyone got through the first few corners safely. Now to the hairpins for the first time. Got to be careful on the braking here. Riders just feeling himself into the track at the moment. Cautious first lap as the 76 of Luca Wilkinson has a peek down the inside. Back onto the power they go, riders just feeding that power in down the back straight. Still carrying some good pace down the straight though, has to be said. Up to the top of the circuit now. They make their way through the stewardesses down the hill towards Sunny Bend. Not so sunny anymore, you can see the spray from the riders. Those wet tyres doing their job, and we heard the scrape of a bike going down, one of our leaders going down on the approach to Sunny Bend. Trying to pick the number up, but rider in trouble who appears to be okay. I'm sure you heard that in the background, the sickening scrape of the bike down the track. That's the number 19 of Tyler Humphries that's in trouble. Humphries appears to be okay. And will he get back in the race as the rest of the field make their way through for the first time? Looks like Ruben Bray has taken the lead. I can tell you, looking out to the window here from the commentary point, Tyler Humphries is okay, but doesn't appear to be back in the race. So that means that Ruben Bray is the new race leader as we look at the 41 of Laken Payne. Luca Wilkinson 3rd, Arnie Carr in 4th, Monty Hillier in 5th, improving all the time. And there is the unfortunate Tyler Humphries, who looks every bit as dejected as anybody would when they crashed out of the lead. Rider okay, but it looks like he is out of the race. That's a shame for him because he had a good first lap. Thornley Trevorrow in 6th position, Kobe Garbett in 7th, Cameron Ancliffe in 8th position, 9th for Daniel Stevenson, and Jonathan Payne running out the top 10. So you've seen already how treacherous these conditions are, how easily it is, especially on that really tricky approach, you would say, down to Sunny Bend. Very easy for the riders to get it wrong and go down. And you can see in the lap times they really have dropped down. Nobody anywhere near 1 minute, 1:03.01, the fastest lap of the race so far. But of course it's the same for everyone now, and wet conditions part and parcel of bike racing. And we're going to see how the riders cope with these conditions. Very well so far. 18 riders started the race, 17 are still in it as we watch the 76 of Luca Wilkinson. Dealing now with the pressure from Monty Hillier, number 37, who appears to be closing up. And Hillier is getting better and better. He was a midfield runner last year, starting to post some decent results at the sharp end of the field now. And as they make their way down, Ruben Bray starting to pull away. The gap was 5.6 seconds last time round. And the race leader going around the final corner, coping really well with these tough conditions. As we look again at Hillier down the inside. Oh, he had a peek down the inside, but Wilkinson shuts the door. Still a battle raging for 3rd position. They're losing a little bit of ground there to Wilkinson, who pulls away. And of course Monty Hillier, the son of James Hillier, rider in the British Superbikes, and of course the Isle of Man TT, following in his father's footsteps and really enjoying his racing so far. Starting to put the pressure on another one of our up-and-coming young riders, Luca Wilkinson. Goes down the back straight. It's still Laken Payne in 2nd, Ruben Bray pulling away at the front. Most of the midfield runners maintaining a good pace out there, but taking it nice and easy into the corners. Our leader coming around the final corner, incidentally, still the number 12 of Reuben Bray, who's absolutely charging at the moment. Laken Payne still alone in second place, and here's our battle for third. As Hillier again having a look down the inside of Wilkinson, not quite close enough to go for the pass. Wilkinson's got the faster line and pulls away under acceleration. Hillier still there in fourth place, Arnie Carr in fifth. Thornley Trevorrow sixth, Kobe Garbett still seventh, Cameron Ancliffe, Daniel Stevenson, Jonathan Payne rounding out the top 10, and the rest of the field made up of Jack Newton, Jack Hamilton, Travis Shaw, Sidney Marshall, Ethan Dunning, Dan Deering and Logan Conley. 17 riders still in the race. Further back at the top of the track here, we see the riders towards the back of the field here. Travis Shaw, Sidney Marshall, Ethan Dunning and Dan Deering. This is the battle now at the back of the field. And they're just cautiously making their way down the hill. We saw one leg going out there just for stability. Who can blame them, because these conditions really are treacherous out there now. There's the second place man, number 41, Laken Payne. I should say that the leader well clear us now. One rider in the field there. Look out for the rider with the green leathers. That's the number 19 of Tyler Humphries. He's back in the race. So he was crashed out on the first lap. Now, whether he picked up some damage, I don't know, but whatever's happened now, he's sorted the bike out, and he is back in the race, and that's what it's all about sometimes. If he's lucky, he might be able to pass one or two riders towards the end. He is quite a bit of drift at the moment, but if he can just salvage a few championship points, that might help him towards the end of the season. So, yeah, very much looks like Tyler Humphries is back in the race with 7 laps to go. Now, that looks very much like our leader, Reuben Bray, through the top corner. And all the time here, the man to watch out for is number 41 of Laken Payne. Now, I don't know if Reuben Bray lost a bit of time lapping the tail enders, possibly. We shall find out, because he's now got a clear track in front of him. But for whatever reason, Laken Payne, who we'll see in a moment on the 41, he's actually just gone through. There he goes over the line. Is starting to close upon the leader. There goes Reuben Bray. There's second place. The gap is now 3.4 seconds. So Reuben Bray pulls a little bit of a gap. Looks like Dan Deering and Ethan Dunning just a bit further behind. They're currently a lap down. Tyler Humphries back on track, lapping a 1:17.71 last time round. He's got a whole lap to make up, though, on the number 33 of Logan Connolly. Arnie Carr still fifth. No real change in the top 10 so far. Still Trevorrow 6th, Garbett 7th, Ancliffe in 8th, Stevenson 9th and Jonathan Payne in 10th. And the real rival at the moment is the weather conditions, as Reuben Bray, now with a clear track in front of him, appears to be picking up the pace once again. He lost some ground to Laken Payne in second, but look out for number 41 here, because he does have the psychological boost here of being able to see his rival ahead of him on the track. And if he starts to close up, he looks quick at the moment. We'll have a look on the lap times. Here's the number 41. Reuben Bray's just gone through now. There he goes, 1:02.71, fastest lap of the race. The gap's still around 4 seconds, so these two riders at the front setting their own fastest laps. Clear now the rest of the field. Monty Hillier still in third position. Luca Wilkinson fourth. Pressure pays off for Hillier. He remains in third place, but Wilkinson still very much in there. Thornley Trevorrow's gone through in fifth, getting ahead of Arnie Carr. As we watch number 41 of Laken Payne in second position. Down the back straight they go, and there we see the amount of standing water on the track. That is ready to catch out anyone who gets it wrong into the hairpins. Trevor then still fifth as we look at the 1:35, just on the edge of the top 10 here of Jack Newton, closing up on the number 4:11. Jonathan Payne just ahead of him as those two riders cross the line. 5 laps to go, and as you can see, the weather conditions extremely tough out there for the riders. There goes your race leader, though, Reuben Bray, absolutely charging there, 1:02.73, and he's got to, because Laken Payne almost matching on pace. There goes the third place man, a little bit squirrely up the corner there, but recovers well. That's Monty Hillier, and he's running well. 11 seconds adrift in third place. There he goes. Rider down is 33 on the leathers, I believe. That's Logan Connolly that's in trouble. Wade yellows. Now is that that Connolly there being pushed away possibly? And we see the wave yellows will confirm that. Yes, indeed it is. It's the number 33 of Logan Connolly. Dropping out of contention momentarily. So, as we said at the start of the race about the number 19, the machine of Tyler Humphries, he's got back in the race after losing those laps, and already he's picked up a couple of positions there because Ethan Dunning's hit trouble. Again with the N next to the name, that means they're a novice rider if you're watching this on the live alpha timing. Logan Connolly, as we've just seen, has gone off the track, and Humphries now up to 16th place. So that's what it's all about sometimes, even if the race has dropped away from you, just get out there and grab some points, and those little 1 or 2 points here and there could make all the difference when you're looking at the sharp end of the championship later in the season. So Humphries recovering well. Meanwhile, the gap has gone up to 5.4 seconds at the front. And for a lot of the riders now, it's all about survival out there, as the number 4 of Travis Shaw takes a really wide conservative line through that top corner. And I think may have lost a position there to Dan Deering, I believe. We shall find out in a moment when they come back through, but taking it nice and steady. So Hillier still third, Wilkinson fourth, Arnie Carr sixth, Kobe Garbutt in seventh position on the number 25. Cameron Ancliffe, Daniel Stevenson and Jonathan Payne running up the top 10. But all of the riders riding fantastically in these weather conditions. Dan Deering going through on the number 80, getting past Travis Shaw, as we saw a few moments ago. And there's our race leader, Ruben Bray. And the top two in this race really are charging. I'm sure you can see for yourself on the track just how slippy and how wet it is. And these bikes will go down. If they get it wrong, they'll be down the drop of a hat, really. And these two riders really confidently battling their way through the wet conditions. Full credit there to all the riders, because these really are tough conditions out there. There are a lot of novice and newcomer riders in here as well. And these really are tough conditions. They have got wet tyres, of course, but nonetheless, it is still treacherous out there. And a lot of these novice riders really are coping well with the conditions. Everyone is still in the race, I hasten to add, because Tyler Humphries has rejoined. Still waiting for Logan Connolly to come back around, but at the moment, according to our lap charts, everyone's still classed as in the race so far. So even if we've lost Ethan Dunning and Logan Connolly, which I believe we may well have, we've still got a good rate of attrition. Only 2 riders, it appears, have dropped out so far. So you really have to say full credit to all the riders for how well they're coping in these conditions. Brave move down the inside of the tail enders there from the 76 of Luca Wilkinson around the final corner, still in 4th place, trying to keep up with Monty Hillier in 3rd, who's just gone through. And there we see Travis Shaw in 15th place, just taking it safe, taking it steady through those corners. And you can see the plumes of spray being chucked out from the side and behind these machines, as well as our race leader, Ruben Bray, now on the last lap. It's been a tough race for him so far. He's still got to bring it home. There's still half a lap to go. I think that may possibly be Jack Newton in front of him. Oh no, that's the 83, Arnie Carr. So really making his way through the field here now, lapping up to 6th place. And Ruben Bray up towards the final corner now, and the number 12 just got to bring it round this final corner, stay out of trouble, and he will cross the line to take the checkered flag. Fantastic ride there for Ruben Bray in appalling weather conditions, takes the win. But he couldn't afford to relax though, because the 41 of Lake and Payne charging to the line, 7.6 seconds adrift. Arnie Carr, Kobe Garbutt and Cameron Ancliffe all going through on the edge of the top 10. Then the number 11 of Daniel Stevenson. Hillier 3rd, Wilkinson 4th, should be Trevorrow in 5th place. Last rider on the lead lap, only 5 riders completing the full race distance. Just goes to show how quickly Bray was going at the front. So congratulations to Ruben Bray, Lake and Payne and Monty Hillier, our top 3 riders. And there's a rider who really does deserve good recognition. Tyler Humphries bringing it home in 16th position after losing so much time at the start of the race and grabbing some vital championship points. So a dramatic Ohvale 110 race